Frequency with Quincy Harris, new podcast. What I'm excited about is I get to do this podcast and I get to do it. You know, I get to interview people I want to interview. I get to talk to people that I think are on the rise. I think, what I've been dealing with, the last 20 years of doing media has been, I've had to do it on other people's terms. I've had to, when somebody said, yo, you got to jump, I got to be like, how high? I got to do it this way. I'm like, no, we should do it this way. I was arguing or fighting for my vision to come through. So now, I've known, you guys know me from radio. You may know me from television. I have a television show on Fox 29 locally in Philadelphia. I've had a radio show. I've been in and out of radio since 1997. And recently I've gone through how can I put it? I've gone through a transformation where people, I'm not going to say want to keep you in a box, but it's time to own. And me and a radio station, shout out to Kobe Cole, we've been talking for about 6 months about maybe this is not going to work out. And in that same token, I was like, wow, I'm not going to stop doing what I do. So this is why we have Frequency with Quincy Harris. My first guest on Frequency with Quincy Harris, which is amazing because I know, if you know anything about me and my career, I've been able to pick who's going to be next, and I've had help throughout my career. So it's picking whoever's next and then people guiding and helping me throughout my career. One of the people that's helped me throughout my career, he's helped so many people. He is the brother love of Philadelphia, the godfather of Philadelphia. God has sent him here to help people. We have Charlie Mack. Let's give it up for Charlie Mack. Hey. Charlie Mack. And one of these guys who is like next up in the comedy game, I mean, this dude, he has it all. Like, he reminds me of Kevin Hart when I saw Kevin Hart. If you can Google this interview I did with Kevin Hart, maybe like 2010, I was like, yo, Kev, you like mixtape Wheezy, and it happened before it really happened. This guy is next up, not just only in Philly, but in comedy. Let's get it up for Skeet Carter. Skeet Carter. What's up, y'all?
Thank you, man.
Yeah,
you can't be getting all emotional like that at the beginning because I was about to cry. I was like,
you know where I'm at with it, dog. I'm in a place where, I talked to Charlie Mack just like you talked to Charlie Mack years in your career, and he's always told me like, hey man, it's a life cycle. When you go in, you got to know about the ending. The ending is going to happen, so it's already been there.
Life death.
It's a life death.
Life death cycle.
I was trying to, yeah.
You said life cycle though.
I said life cycle?
Yeah, you said life.
My bad.
Yeah, life death.
Yeah.
Everything that's born has to transition.
Yeah. Now, this is going. I'm going to try to explain who Charlie Mack is. Well, I'm going to let you talk for you.
Will did it on me if you want to know.
Well, we know you.
I'm saying, you can and elaborate.
Yeah, but we know you from the connection with Will Smith, right? Yeah. Will has been one of the biggest movie stars in the world.
He's not bigger than me though.
I mean, height-wise.
That's what I'm saying. Hypothetically.
Yeah. You've connected Will. Mm-hmm. A lot of people don't know early on in his career when he was going through a transition. Yeah. He was at the Arsenio Hall show. Yeah. You were kind of like pulling him out. He was tell us that story.
Well, first and foremost, we gotta get focused.
Okay,
we gotta get focused, and I want to salute you, brother.
Yeah.
Because again, this right here to me is much of a birthing.
Yeah. Right.
Birthing into freedom. So I'm going to give you a nickname.
Okay.
Right? And although the show is called Frequency, I'm going to call you. I'm going to give you a really dope name. You know what I'm saying, in terms of freedom, right?
Okay.
And it's what's the young lady that actually created? I gotta give it to you right. It's Quincy. What's the young lady? She got the movie in the theaters right now. She freed
Harriet Tubman.
Okay, I'm gonna give you Quincy Tubman. Okay. Okay, Quincy Tubman. Okay. Quincy Tubman. Right.
Yeah.
And again, I'm saying because let me tell you something. It's nothing better than being able to stand on your own 2 feet.
Yeah.
It's nothing better than that, right?
Yeah.
If you're gonna go out with Quincy.
Yeah.
Right. Because the thing about you got 3 young sons.
Yep.
Right. You got your wife. Right. And you are the patriarch. Yes, I'm saying of your family.
Yeah.
Right. You're responsible for coming back home, leaving home, coming back home, in a way that that elevates their lives.
Yeah.
Right. And you can't elevate your life. I'm saying if somebody's standing away from you doing to the max that the Creator has blessed you with.
Yeah.
Right. Because again, but I feel like this was more kind of training ground for you.
Yeah.
In terms of this transitional, but you need to go through that.
Yep.
Right. You need it like Puffy getting fired by Andre Harrell was the best thing ever happened to him.
Yeah.
So you going through this, I'm saying you salute Kobe. You salute all the employers that gave you opportunities
For sure.
because it allowed you to hone your skills.
Yep.
Now it's time, I'm saying again, to the greatest thing happened is podcast. The greatest thing happened is the bully got leveled with the internet.
Yeah.
Right. So now they can't close your mouth.
Yep.
They can't silence you.
Yeah.
Right. That's the greatest thing that happened to you.
It's yeah.
It's the greatest thing that happened to you. Right.
Honestly.
So you've been freed.
Yes.
Okay. No, you're free. Okay. Okay. You're free.
Yeah.
And frequency. Right. And it's so dope that you called yourself that. And so yeah, I've watched you literally from the big T-shirts, the braids, you know what I mean? And just happy to be there.
Yep.
To cutting the hair off, getting the
lace front.
No.
He had a lace front.
Getting the AB brow. Focused.
Yeah.
The AB brow focus. Yes, I think you clipped them in the middle.
Yeah.
I think you and AB are probably twins.
Okay.
AD.
Yeah, Anthony Davis.
Anthony Davis.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Oh,
and I watched you, man, and you are really about your business. You're serious about your business. And what happens is a lot of times I'm saying the flower outgrows the pot. I think you outgrew this pot.
Yeah.
You've been outgrown it. You know what I mean? You just have to make sure the roots of your stem cell was solid enough so when you pull them up, I'm saying you could transition them over to another pot, over another pool, space of dirt that you can actually grow and plant them and really put on the world. So I think this happened to you at the right time, the right person, the right mission.
Nah.
And guess what? The world, get ready.
It's funny because while you guys
Quincy
are watching, Quincy Tubman, while you guys are watching this, my boy Lamont, he's like, yo, I know, the radio left, now you're doing TV, and it's people that don't even know what we're talking about, right? They've never even heard me on the radio, right? This is maybe their first time seeing me online, right? Mm-hmm. But I wanted to do this 3 or 4 days after this happened so I can go back and look at this, because a lot of times we show things on social media. I wanted to be like, all right, yo, I called y'all yesterday. I'm like, yo, I need y'all to be my first guest.
You could have picked a billion people.
Yeah.
Like, again, I mean, I'm honored.
Yeah,
really,
no.
It ain't too many things that move me, but I'm honored because you could have picked so many people. Like, so many people. So many people. You had to pull, you could have just closed your eyes and just kind of grab the name out of it.
Yeah.
So I'm honored that you had your eyes open and dialed the number.
Nah.
And called me and the young king over here.
It's crazy. Mack, you've seen so many talented people and you've helped so many talented people along the way. A lot of people don't know you discovered Boys to Men.
I did do that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Discover Boys to Men.
Yeah, I did that.
Yeah, that was you.
Yeah, me. Moi. Yeah, moi.
Okay.
Yeah, moi.
Tell us about
it. Wasn't as it was portrayed in the film, but it did happen.
Okay.
It happened. It didn't happen in the way that happened in the film.
Got it.
The way it was portrayed in the film we talk about New Edition film, the movie, they were at Nassau Coliseum. They come up to Mike on the bus. That's not how it happened.
Okay.
It was at Powerhouse here in Philadelphia in 1988.
Whoa.
Dave Allen actually was the PD at the time.
Yes.
Well, actually, let me take it back. Me and Nate grew up together.
Okay.
So I've known Nate since he was Nate was the real life Roscoe that Martin Lawrence plays.
Really?
Snotty nose.
Yeah.
So I've known him early on. So essentially, he lived on. You like that? Essentially, mark that. Okay?
Essentially.
So he grew up. I grew up on 57 for Woodland. He grew up on Cecil Street.
That's in Southwest Philly.
Yeah. And so I remember seeing him go to church with his family, and they his father had a band, and they were like his singers in the band.
Yeah.
So a couple of years later, I go to I'm dealing with Mimi Brown.
Wow,
Mimi
she's a radio host in Philadelphia.
Yeah, radio host. And she asked me to go to this Susquehanna Day with her. And she says, go with me. I get up there, and these 5 guys run up to me. He says, Charlie Mack right there. And so they run up to me. So at that time, it was Nate. It was actually the founding member, Mark Nelson. Mark Nelson actually founded.
Mark, that was in another group. What was he? As yet? Wow.
So, Mark actually, and I don't know, it's crazy that people don't know that, but Mark actually put the group together.
Really?
Mark put the group together. So he put the group together. He put the group together, went and got Nate.
Okay.
And then in turn, Nate went and got Wanye, then Sean, and then they went and got Mike. Right?
Wow.
So, but Nate, I mean, so let me jump through. So they come and sing they sang "Can You Stand the Rain?" They run up to me. Oh, to tell them I know you. Like, of course you know me. But Nate was also in a rap group called JDTR. He was a rapper.
Wow.
He was a rapper.
Didn't even know.
It's all in my book.
Okay.
I'm giving you exclusive stuff.
Yes, sir.
Right? So he was in a group called JDTR. So I knew him to be trying to rap. I didn't know him actually for singing. I knew him and his father used to go to church every week. And I used to see the drums and everything and all the equipment, but I didn't know he was actually singing. And so from there, they came and and asked me could they sing for me, and they sang "Can You Stand the Rain," and it blew the doors off me.
Wow.
Blew the door because I figure at that time you're doing it for survival. You know what I mean? You ain't doing it for the Rolex, and you're doing it just to keep a meal on your table. So it was 5 of them, of course. So that's 5-part harmony. So you can imagine what those vocals would sound like, right? And Mark Nelson's a beast.
Yeah.
Like a beast. He's actually, it's the irony of it, he works with them now on a Vegas show.
Wow.
Yeah, he does like, I don't want to call him a backup singer. I wouldn't even disrespect him like that. But he comes in and gives him reinforcement. He makes it fuller.
Okay.
You know what I mean? On the show in Vegas. But anyway, so they sang for me, blew me away. I went home that night. Me and Will was living together in Lower Merion. I said, Will, there's this group, Boys to Men. I'm like, you got to meet them. So I have them come over to the house in Lower Merion. They sing for Will. At that point, Will must have been 17, 18 years old.
So this was before Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. This is before all that stuff. Okay.
Before Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. They come over to the house. They sang for him. But again, Will's inside of his parents don't understand. He's the DJ. I'm the rapper. He's inside his moment. Right?
Okay.
And he's inside his moment. So he's focused, laser tag focused. Anybody know Will? He's always laser tag focused on what he's doing. So he didn't have time to cultivate a R&B group, yes, I'm saying, from Philadelphia. But I was like, okay, this group got something. So I was invited to Mike Tyson's birthday party in Los Angeles at the Palladium. I go there, and BBD are there. And I tell Mike, I said, Mike, I got this group in Philadelphia, Boys to Men. They'll sing y'all songs better than y'all sing. Like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
I said, I'm serious. He said, well, we'll be in Philly next week at Powerhouse, bring them to the show. I get back to Philadelphia, I get with the guys. I say, yo, if I had an opportunity to sing for somebody, who'd you want to sing for? They was like, stop playing. I was like, no, seriously, who'd you want to sing for? They said, New Edition. I said, meet me next weekend, next Friday at the Civic Center, and I'm going to get you an audition. So the day comes, Dave Allen comes to me, the PD.
The program director of Power 99 at the time.
He comes over to me, and he says, Charlie, you got this group, New Edition? Brother, Boys to Men, looking for you. I said, yeah. So 2 of them had snuck in the front door, and the other 3 I came and got. So BBD had came off the stage. They was about to leave. I said, yo, hold up. I ran and got them, came backstage. They sang Can You Stand the Rain again for them. The acoustics in the Civic Center was like, the ceilings was probably 50 feet, 100 feet. So the acoustics was probably maybe 100 people backstage.
Yeah.
Made a circle. They sang. Of course, they were singing Survival for their audience because, of course, Boys to Men was a song that, of course, that was on the Any Heartbreak tour.
Yeah.
So they, of course, looked up to New Edition. So when they sang their hearts out that night. And so Mike said to me, I got a situation getting ready to go down with Motown. We can actually do it together. I leave out of town the next day, go back on tour, because you know how it is. All the artists come in for the radio station's birthday party.
Yeah.
I leave back out of town, go back on tour with J.J. Fresh Prince, and then I hear, yes, them saying that they went up to New York. To Joe Busby, Michael Bublé took him to New York.
Wow.
The rest is history, as you
Unbelievable. So we could do a whole podcast just on
it's in my
the
book.
story. Yeah, it's in your book. The book is coming soon.
Charlie Mack, My True Life of Time from the Hood.
When is that coming?
If all things work out, it'll be coming in about a month.
Okay, so I'm gonna skate by some names, and then we're gonna get the Skeet right.
You gotta start telling half the story, and then what else happened? You'd be like, it's in the book.
It's in the book.
So that way you have somebody.
So I mean,
that's just one. That's
you've dealt with
40+ years.
First out of the limo with Will Smith. Boys to Men, discovered them. Meek Mill. I'm skipping a lot of people in between. You've helped me. I remember a young Jamie Foxx in L.A. when I'm out there with you, 2000, 2001, LL Cool J, all these different people. Yeah. You've poured into people. Bashir Gray, Yaz from Empire. A lot of people. Yeah. Some people you may have thought like, man, this is going to work. Yeah. It didn't work out. They didn't become.
That's a part of life, though.
Right? But what made you get with Skeet? Because like a lot of people, I've seen your social media. If you guys haven't watched Charlie Mack on social media,
a lot of jelly people out here.
It's a lot of people saying, okay,
who is he? Where he come from?
Yes.
And when is he leaving?
Skeet, you've done, and like Skeet has a comedy show coming November 23rd, Temple University. He's So Stupid comedy show.
He's so stupid.
Yeah, He's So Stupid comedy show.
Not you.
Not me. Him.
He owns it too.
You've had a lot of celebrities endorse Skeet on social media, and people are like, when is it going to be over? Why is this guy out?
And the Negro better be funny.
He better be funny. Better be.
They're putting a charge on me.
Yes.
Fatine from Kindred Family Soul came on my page with the audacity and said he better be funny.
Why? What made you look at Skeet Carter and say, yo, this dude's dope. I can do something with him. He has it. Because you've seen a lot of people who've had it, but why are you going so hard for this guy?
Well, first and foremost, I think that Skeet, I met Skeet, I want to say maybe 6 years ago.
Okay.
And I met him at Hibachi. Met him at Hibachi with Mikey O. Did a show down there. I came in there.
Mikey O, yes.
I came in there, and I seen him. I was sitting in the room. I just sitting in the room. I wasn't there to see anybody. I just came there to support Mikey O. I came to support him, and Skeet is on stage. And the thing about it is that you can't dim a shining light. You know what I mean? And Skeet had what he has today. He had it then.
Yeah.
Right. So I took a liking to him. You know what I mean? The universe draws you. It draws you negatively in a positive way.
Yeah.
And so me seeing him, I'm like, it's something with this kid, something with this guy. I want to find out what it is. So let me go and introduce myself, or he knew who I was. Let's kind of bust it up. So when we talk, I right away, I think I don't know. He'll quote me. I don't know if I said, let's work together. Let's see what we can do.
Yeah. Right?
So with that being said, I'm one of them people that I believe in throwing you in the deep end. If you think you Luke Gaines,
yeah.
If you think you them, I'm gonna throw you in the deep pool. You better be an Olympic swimmer, because I'm gonna throw you in. And so I did that with him. I called my man Keith Robinson up in New York.
Keith Robinson was he's a comedian from Philadelphia, but he's one of the guys that he helped Kevin Hart out.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Right. And so for me, it's a few people that I call the villagers. That I tap into, according to what type of talent you got. And so he was one of them that I felt like could open up a door that he can go in and actually showcase his talent. So we get up to New York, and so I'm excited because I'm like, okay, he's gonna put his thing. Because now right away, Keith says to me, I don't know if he's ready. I said, no, he's ready. He's definitely ready, for sure. He's definitely ready. You know what I mean? I watched him. He got some rough edges, but you can smooth him out.
Yeah.
We get up to New York, I'm saying, the moment of truth comes. I always say master your moment.
Okay.
So we get up there, and I think it's the Comedy Cellar, I believe.
No, we didn't get the Cellar. We had Stand Up New York. That's what
Stand Up New York.
Yeah.
Okay.
Stand Up New York is probably
Comedy
one
club.
of the biggest rooms for the biggest comics ever. You know what I mean? And it's more mainstream.
Okay.
Not so urban.
Yeah.
It's more,
Yeah, they took me from hibachi.
There you go.
You know?
Yeah.
They
Great
took me
segue.
from 300-400 people, show crazy. The hood,
Yeah.
the aunts, the uncles, everybody in
Rakim
there.
and
They drinking
Rashima.
Tanqueray. You know what I'm saying? They drinking, it's family. It's like a speakeasy in there. So I'm doing my thing. I saw heard of Charlie Mack. Everyone heard of Charlie Mack before. And he walked in, and, he thinks he be sneaking in, but
he's 7 foot tall.
Him and his shadow coming in, and the lights is on, so he ain't supposed to have no shadow. He just walking in. He's like, I'm like, yo, that's Charlie Mack. So I'm up there, doing my thing, doing what I do. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm enjoying it. So when I got off stage, I was doing good. So I walked over to him, like, yeah, man, nice to meet you. I'm Skeet Carter, man. Da-da-da. He's like, okay. So he gave me, I said, can I get your number? I got his number, whatever. He was like, I hit him. I'm like, yo, I'm ready to do this. What's up? You want to, do something? Let's do this comedy thing. He said, you ready? I'm like, yeah, I'm ready. I'm saying to myself, you see what I do? Like, that's what I do. That's how I'm feeling. Called Keith Robinson. I'm on the phone still.
Did you have a relationship with Keith?
No, I didn't have a relationship with him at all. I heard of who he was because I saw the Kevin Hart, documentary or the stand-up special, whatever that was, and I was like, oh, this is Keith Robinson. I'm like, oh, this is dope. Okay, we in there, right? That's what I'm thinking. So we go up to New York, thinking I'm gonna get the same atmosphere that I had. I'm ready to do my thing. And I always tell his backstory on, like, I'm raised from the projects in the hood, 22nd Diamond, Rainbow.
You from North Philly?
From North Philly, right?
Yeah.
But my mother raised me to be, to know how to turn it on and turn it off.
Yep.
So when I'm around
code
white
switching.
People, there you go. You got a code switch. And my switch, I'm around white folks, I talk
etiquette, proper English.
etiquette, like, a job interview, because you never know what job they got to offer. That's just how I am, So we get up to New York. Charlie had a few rules, My name was comedian Skeet. They was like, listen, you're going to have to use your name. I'm like, my name? I don't like my name. My name ain't really like a stage name.
Yeah.
Like that. He was like, what's your name? I'm like, Israel Odrick. He was like, whoa, okay. Okay, I see. So let's figure it out. We're going to figure it out. We got a 2-hour drive to New York, so no matter 2 hours, we should come up with a name.
Yeah.
So we playing the car, Izzy O. That's what his name is. Izzy O. And it was a bunch of stuff, and I'm like, okay, all right, cool, whatever. But I just didn't want to, So now we have this name thing of using your real name, tell your story on stage and all that.
Yeah.
Get to the comedy club, get in there. All white folks, right? I mean, the whitest of white.
Are you nervous?
Listen, man, I'm listen.
Out of his element.
It's just not me. This ain't. But I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna do this thing, right? So Charlie was like, yeah, man, do we got to show Keith Robinson that you ready? This, that, and the third.
Yeah.
I got my people in the car, I got my cameras and everything. We there, we ready.
What year was this?
This was about years. This is like 6 years ago.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Wow.
6 years ago.
Okay.
So and people don't even know this.
2013.
Yeah, people don't even know this. So it was about 6 years ago. So we at the comedy club. Charlie sitting in the back. sitting against the wall. Keith Robinson next to him. My camera people right there. We sitting. Everybody ready. They know what I could do.
Yeah. Have you ever felt this kind of pressure as a comedian?
No.
Ever?
So,
Yeah.
they pulled me to the stage. Give it up. Give it up for
Yes.
What was it? What did they call me? It was because it wasn't. It was like
it had to have been Israel.
Give it up for Israel.
Yes, Israel.
Oh, it's like that. Yeah, it was like, it didn't even sound right. Israel.
Yeah, just didn't land.
I'm just walking up there. I'm like, how you guys doing? Hey guys, how you doing?
No.
Yeah, give it up for the ladies.
No.
Right? Charlie like, what are you doing? I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I couldn't be me at all. I'm getting into my joke. Like I had a joke talking about titties, and then I'm like,
it just wasn't.
Anybody likes breasts?
Yeah, just breasts.
Anybody like my guys? Is like, what the fuck?
So you're bombing.
Over Baghdad.
And they're like,
ooh.
like it was crazy. I'm like, yo, this shit not the way Hibachi was.
Yeah.
Like this is not what I do.
You was getting grilled, but he wasn't hibachi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is it as a comedian? I think that the scariest thing looking on the stage is knowing that you're bombing and
you gotta stay there.
There was no way to get out of it, right?
But the thing about white people, they build you. After I got off that stage, like, man, go ahead, guys. You good. Good. Keep it up. You know, you stay in there.
Yeah. Stay in there.
You stay in there.
Okay.
So I didn't feel like I know that I was capable of more.
Yeah.
I didn't have the you gotta remember, I never had training, no kind of this comedy college or whatever program. Like I'm just me. So put me, like I said, that was me when I was around white folks. That's who I become. Like it's like, hey, how you doing? Like I still do that to this day. Like, hey, how you doing? You know, speak card next
Yes.
to But that was my first. Like
second
now,
nature.
Yeah, now I know when I'm on stage, I can't turn off who I am.
So how
Jamie
did you?
Foxx told me that as well. He said, man, you go.
You name dropping?
Huh?
That was name drop.
I'm sorry, we gonna name drop today?
Yeah, Jamie Foxx.
Okay, go ahead.
We had dinner.
Right, go ahead.
At Del Frisco.
Del Frisco.
Did you pay?
Absolutely
No, he did.
Yeah, he'll tell that's a whole other
He
story.
did.
Whole other story.
Whole other story.
Who Charlie Mack paid or?
Yeah, but it was
Yeah, whole
look
nother
at
story.
his face. It was Jamie
Like
Foxx. It
15
was like
people.
15, 20. We had Del Frisco's,
Del
right?
Frisco's.
Del Frisco's, if you're not from Philadelphia, Del Frisco's
No,
is
this
was in LA.
Oh, is it
Atlanta.
Well,
Listen.
y'all should know about it.
Yeah,
Del Frisco's
Del
is
Frisco.
nothing cheap in there. It's a la carte.
We
and
had
it's
a
lot.
great time. We was talking. We
A
were
great
building
meal.
a great meal. Everybody,
expensive
not
meal.
just the meal. They had the appetizers, had the
Yeah.
salads, had
Yes.
the everything, drinks,
All
and
the
everything.
fixings.
Yeah.
But me and Jamie had a great time. We talking,
Yeah,
you know, and that's all Charlie cared about. He said, "Listen, my client, we over here,
Yeah, that's it.
we building."
Yeah.
Jamie like, "Yo, you funny?" Because we was talking. And I was saying my little stuff. He was like, "Nigga, it's good." So they came up with the check. Charlie was like, "Give it to me."
Yeah.
I got it.
Yeah.
So I'm like, "Okay,
Yeah.
boss."
He had this moment.
I said,
Yeah.
"That's my manager, right?"
Yeah.
We go get in the car.
Yeah.
I'm like, everything good? He said, yeah, man, but you ever do something and you realize you shouldn't have did it until after you did it? I'm like, what you do? He said, paid that damn check.
Yeah. No. Because
He
Yeah,
said in my mind, I thought it was going to be around something else, but it was
Yeah.
about another $800.
Yeah.
On top of that,
yeah,
On top of
and
what
the
it
drinks
was.
were flowing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the thing about
He
it,
don't drink.
I don't do drinks.
You don't. Yeah,
No
I know.
spirits.
You
Yeah.
can get something to eat all day long. I'm not paying for no spirits.
Yeah.
Just not doing it.
Yeah.
But let me. All right. So let's
But
go
let me
back.
hold on. Let me jump.
Yeah.
So when he did the show,
Yes.
jump back.
And
He
6 years ago.
bombs over Baghdad.
Yes.
Oh, after that, yeah. We talked.
I want to know how he bombed on stage.
Yeah.
Skeet,
Oh,
you bombed on stage.
right.
How did you continue to work
Well,
with him?
no, it wasn't continue to work with
the
me.
MASH EMTs came in. And
Remember we drove in two separate cars there.
yeah, we drove.
Remind you, we was following each other on the way there.
yeah.
When we
We left.
came home,
Yeah.
this nigga, I don't know what route he took, but I ain't seen him no more.
You ain't seen him.
I called him the next day, like, hey, what's going on? He said, man, just forget
this
about
number
it.
has been disconnected.
Hey, man,
It was
just
actually
forget
your
everything that happened,
Yes,
Skeet.
yeah.
You ain't got to tell nobody. You ain't got to say nothing about it. Just
we don't need to say nothing to nobody.
and
This
then,
never happened.
And then I ain't talked to him for 3 years after that.
3 years.
But
3 years.
you threw him in the deep end. He drowned.
Drowned a horrible death.
Wow.
He was like this. Bloop, bloop.
So what was it after he died? Those 3 years, right?
He died, and then there was a resuscitation.
Okay, so what was the thing that you saw in Skeet that
The resilience, man.
Yeah.
Like he died, but he just wouldn't let nobody put him in the ground. That joker put he put the electronic joints on his bone body.
Yeah.
Clear,
Yeah.
clear.
but listen though, we was friends at that moment, right?
Yeah.
After that, I had to see when I seen him, it was crazy. I had to speak just say I don't know, he right here, but for some reason there was this big ass wall in the middle of his stuff like Charlie. He's like, yeah, all right, man, I see you. I was like, Charlie.
Yeah. So speak.
So
speak.
Charlie.
Not me looking up.
Mack, Mr. Mack.
Call that deaf ear.
It's Charlie. Then Buck Wild used to be right. Charlie, Skeet speaking to you.
Buck Wild's another comedian here in Philly.
Buck Wild. Shout out to Buck
So,
Wild.
all right, after that, what were you doing like the 3 years?
What happened was, I always had I work hard.
Yeah.
And you believe in yourself.
And I do believe in myself, and I know that, I did feel some type of way about it. I said, man, I done fucked up with Charlie, man. And this is like kind of one of those things that you want to be with or be around and help with things. So I just had to go back to the drawing board. Let's learn this comedy thing. Let's get comfortable with it. Let's write some material. There's a lot of things that you had to do. So I stayed in it. As time went on, I got stronger. As time going on, I got material. I was beating up the comedy clubs. I had my own monthly. So the Hibachis. After that, I did something Tierra Colombiana, and I also worked my way into having Punchline Comedy Club. So I was the first young black man with a contract with Live Nation and stuff like that. I was doing my shows. I also started going on tour and stuff. But one of the things that stood out was when Kevin Hart did his
Heart of the City.
No, not even that. Before that, I did the special. I did the tailgate show.
I remember that at the Lincoln Financial Field.
Interview with you. You and Kev was on the field. Remember you interviewed? Yeah. I was in my dressing room upstairs.
So he did the same thing to you.
Yeah.
Hey, Q.
He didn't know I was up there. Yeah. And I'm looking through the window like, God damn, I can get on TV right now. And they up there talking, and you see Kev.
Oh, you saw that? So
yes.
we're at the Lincoln Financial Field.
On the field.
Mm-hmm. It's 70,000. This is before his biggest, concert, my comedy show. And it was just us. So I didn't even know you were there.
I was like this, yo. I was like this. I was like, Kevin, I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm doing your tailgate.
Yeah.
I was trying to get on the interview.
That's funny.
I was trying to get an interview, so that happened. And it was funny because Charlie came down. Charlie's always around while the big stuff was going on. And me and Buck Buck came down to support me. And Charlie came down and he seen me and Buck. So this is around the time when Charlie used to look over and be like, yeah, what's up, Buck?
Yeah.
What time you go on? And Buck was like, I ain't going on. I'm here for the Skeet show. So Charlie's like, okay, all right. So Skeet got a joke, okay, cool. And then some other things happened. He was like, okay, like it was just like he's watching. It's like, it's not gonna take one thing or it's not gonna take two things. Let me see what you're doing and how you're growing, and then we can move from there. So as the times went on, man, I can say that I started touring with Coco Brown, like officially, like because I was a feature whore for years, like featuring for different comedians. Like I can name all of them: Tony Rock, Tony Roberts, Jay Farrow, Brandon T. Jackson, T.K. Kirkland.
You should have headline on the Brandon T. Jackson.
I know, never feature for him. But listen, it was crazy. So, but Coco Brown was the one that said, Skeet, you can tour with me. Do your thing. She never gave me no restrictions. Like, do you like you know have fun?
Ask him what the name of the tour was that he was on.
Yeah, the name of the tour was called the Grown Ass Woman Tour.
You the man on the Grown Ass Woman tour.
But that's how you know she really like. I wasn't supposed to be on that tour.
Yeah,
and she was on a tour with somebody big. Well, she was on the tour with Mike Epps. At one point in time, and like she's strong. Coco not like no woman on stage. Like she like a nigga, and like, comedy is when you put your work in and you're a headliner and you don't have to work as hard no more. I put my work in, and this is why I'm here. So if somebody gonna go before you and make you work, you got the choice to say, I don't want you on this tour. Yeah, and that's what happened to her. She got put off a tour for being too strong and too powerful on the show. They put her picture in the newspaper the next day, and she got a phone call. Yeah, we no longer need you, right? Yeah. So when it came to me, and I'm at the point where all I gotta do is 30 minutes. I'm ripping. I'm tearing this shit up, and she like, Skeet, I love what you're doing. Continue to do it. Clear your whole schedule. You're gonna be touring me for the rest of the year, and all that stuff. So things got dope. I started talking to Charlie again. Charlie, man, I'm ready, man. Like, what's up? This, that, and the third. Come through. Where you gonna be at? I said, I'll be in Baltimore. You could come there. He was like, you know what? I come to Baltimore. He said, but the way we gonna do this show is we gonna do it like the show in New York. I'm bringing all the pieces that was up there.
The scene of the crime.
The scene of the crime.
All the witnesses from the scene of the crime.
Everybody that was up there with him. He brought him down to Baltimore. Me and Coco, we did the show. I went on, performed. Shout out to my road manager, Tariq. Make sure I get everywhere I need to go. we did the show with Coco. After I performed, I saw them in the hallway. The last faces I seen all them faces together was like this. That's what they was doing last time I seen them.
Head down.
We was in the huddle.
Yeah, we drove all the way
like
2 hours to see this nigga, Charlie. He like, I'm sorry, I apologize. So it wasn't easy for him to get all them people together again.
Because they was all like, really? Another death?
Okay.
After that show, man, it came to me in the hallway, man. I received hugs, handshakes.
That's
Listen,
dope.
bro, you really did your thing. I see it now. Wow. So this is what Charlie's saying that you couldn't show a few years back. And from there, man,
we met the next day in Delaware. Went to a restaurant.
Right. Exactly. Yep. We went there.
So like, I want to go back because this is really important, right? So in those 3 years, prior to, you said you didn't do any like comedy colleges, anything like that. Were you writing with somebody? Were you just like writing on your own and just testing out material? Were you like more in tune to what was going on with your life so then you could bring it to stage? Like, how did you get better?
The way to get better is just being on stage.
Got it.
That's the blessing about it. As long as you can get up there and build confidence, when you had a confidence, you could kind of say whatever. Not saying whatever, but you can speak your mind.
Yeah.
People want to know your point of view, what you got going on. The more you up there, you like, oh shit, that was funny. All right, I'm gonna keep that. All right, I'm gonna add this to it. Oh, that's a material. I'm gonna make this a story. I'm gonna do this, that, and the third. And that's how that became. So now I'm more confident about what I'm saying. And with me, all my content is from me. So. And it's story form, so I never had to worry about somebody saying, "Oh, that's my joke," or like everything is me. You know what I'm saying? And I just try to, show my personality, on stage. So now that I'm comfortable, I can do that.
Yeah.
And it's just I think it's a breath of fresh air, something different.
Yeah, I know I know you're funny. Like I see you on radio. I've heard you on radio,
right.
And a lot of times comedians don't know when you get on radio, it's not an interview.
Right.
It's be funny, right? And then it's the same thing with TV. Like I'll have certain comedians come on my TV show, and I'm like, "What do you want me to throw at you?" And they're like, "Just ask me about my book and the tour." I'm like, "No." So then it makes me have to be funnier than the comedian on a comedy set. So I've seen you be funny on radio. I've seen you be funny on television, which is extremely hard, and I've seen you be funny on the stage. When you do this new comedy hour, it's an hour, right?
Yeah.
Is this all new material?
We're put it like this. There in stand-up comedy, what happens is as a comedian, you get tired of your material. And
so do we.
And you don't say it anymore because it's old to you.
Yes.
And what happens is the blessing about being, I guess, on or being in like comedy, like Kevin Hart, he drops a special to get rid of the material.
Yeah.
I'm dropping my special because I'm taking the everything that I've done, I'm putting it into one.
Okay.
New, old versus my strong jokes, things that people want to hear. Because when you come see me perform, you don't see especially when I'm hosting, you don't see the same jokes because I'm freestyling.
Yeah.
I'm blessed to be able to freestyle for 30 minutes, whatever it is, to like that. So now I'm taking all the high stuff that people are like, yo, do that joke, I want to hear. I'm like, man, I don't do that. That's old no more. So anything that you wanted to see, you'll see, plus all the new stuff, and we putting that into an hour. We had to cut it down to 45 once the post edit and all that type of stuff like that. So that's what I'm giving the world. I'm giving them how stupid I am. That's just what it is. This special is going to be. Wow, this boy really is stupid. He's
Are you
really
nervous?
Funny.
Are you nervous about this?
Excited. I just wanted it to happen. I wanted it to be over with. I sacrificed a lot, for it. If you know the behind the scenes of everything that's going on right now, it shows how strong I am and how much I love comedy. Because I could have just stopped and just went and got a job.
Yeah,
because
it's going to give you. It gives you like whatever journey you're on. You're going to get tested, right?
Exactly.
It's like before I was happy and you're doing this, and then you go, life happens, and you like, well, do you still want to do the thing that you were called to do?
It helped. I'm glad that I found or figured out that this is what I wanted to do.
Now, even with that, because a lot of people have aspirations of doing something, they don't have the skill set.
Yeah.
But more importantly, he got the skill set.
Right.
Like just last week, again, I'm talking about a legend in the game. Opened up before him, went on before him at the Comedy Store at Chocolate Sunday, which George Wallace went on just before him.
Wow.
And I heard that, I was like, ooh. I was like, he going on after him?
Yeah.
Right? And he went on after him and stand ovation, such that the room asked him to close out the next show.
Yeah. Wow.
Right? And then Chris Spencer, I hit him up, and he had a show that Melly Camacho and Mike Blackson was on. And I asked him, could we get Skeet on the show? I'm thinking he's going to throw him in the opening slot. We kept asking him to get the show started, and I was like, okay, when's Skeet going on?
Yeah.
He's like, no, I'm holding him. He said, I'm holding him. He let Melody go up, put Skeet on right in between them.
Wow.
And he handled his business. You know what I mean? I gave you a great compliment last night. I was on the phone with him last night.
Really?
And he says, same thing you said. He said, it's He said, I don't want to compare him to Kev because he's not Kev. But the energy is like, he said he's a star height.
Yeah.
That's what he said. He said he's a star height. Right? And he said he just got it. He got that thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's the thing to me, you know what I mean, that I'm able to I've been blessed with discernment. I can read people well, you know what I mean? So I just know I can look at them and say they got something.
Yeah.
Way more than people see on the surface. I see things in his entirety. So I already see him doing, you know, everything. I already seen it already.
Yeah.
So now it's just a matter of manifesting it. So all that I've been doing are really, really, truth be told, is I'm trying to ramp it up and kind of fast track, you know, where he's already going to go. You know what I mean? In a way. The process, I don't want to kill the process for him because that's what's going to make him strong.
Yep.
But I'm talking about in terms of allies and relationships and this becoming a household name, that you'll receive him. He's going to do the work. Yeah. But I want you to, I don't want you not to not know him because he got something to offer you.
Yeah.
So I want you to pay attention. And that's why I've taken, you know, for me, it's very calculated, meticulous, how I kind of go about things. Everybody I've worked with, call me like Luigi the suit maker because I make it specific for what your need is, right? It's not, I'll say, you know, I'm not like Target or Walmart, I'm boutique.
Yeah.
So when I look at an artist or look at a talent, I'm like, okay, he needs that. And then, so I'm able to see that. And so for him, because you got to think, I never managed a comedian.
Wow, okay.
No, managed a comedian.
Yeah.
But what I do is I serve people. I serve God's people. I serve his children. And so, again, I stay out of my own ego and I just tap into it. And then I kind of dial it up. Okay, this is what he needs.
Yeah,
right?
no.
Because, yeah, I think we've been doing this probably about a good 8 weeks maybe in terms of what
Promotion for
the show. And
Yeah.
it's unprecedented. To the point where people are like saying this should be at Wells Fargo.
Yeah.
That's what it feels like. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like this level that you're going to is like a Wells Fargo show.
This is my Wells Fargo. That's how I'm looking at it.
And
anyway.
it is. And it is. And that's the way to look at it.
You wearing leather? You gonna have to all
Listen, I'm
comedians bring
putting
out
it
the
together
leather.
now, and I gotta say this, like on the record. This studio, right? This radio station, you was getting a lace front put on.
Yeah.
He was promoting, you know, for the joint with the hair. So it was hard for me to take him serious, but he said some real stuff to me. He said, Skeet, he said, man, you're funny on TV, you're funny on radio, and you be killing it on stage. You got to shoot a special. I was like, what you mean? He said, you got to do it. I said, I'm thinking about it. He said, no, do it. Yeah. I said, but where would I do it at? He said, I don't know. Get the goddamn, he naming the big stuff too. The D.L. Hughley just shot one. Do it down there. Well, I'm like, I said, that's a lot. That's like 2,000, this, that, and the third. He said, do it. He said, Kev just did the, you know, the link or whatever, this, that, and the third. I'm like, all right, I'm thinking about it. He said, no, do it. You got to do it. So we sitting there and we just thinking about, locations or venues we could use. I think I came up with the Keswick Theater. And that's what I was going to, you know, settle with doing. And then as time went on, I decided to go with the Temple Performing Arts Center. And Quincy is the one who said, you got to do it. And I was like, man, that's a lot of seats. He said, listen, go full throttle, you know, promo, like whatever you need to do. If you need my help, I got you. Whatever it is, just do it. And man, now this thing is the city talking about it.
A day away from meeting the budget. We're a day away from still got about we'll have about 8 to 10 days left.
Right.
Yeah.
And people, and for us to sell that many tickets for an urban show where people don't like to buy, you know, tickets, like it's
advanced tickets.
Advanced tickets is crazy.
And he's relatively new.
You're relatively new.
Right. Which I would never do.
It's
that
a
before.
busy weekend going on.
Yeah.
I know y'all know.
Marlon Wayne's here.
It's a lot
Cisco,
going on.
Genuine, and all that
here.
the same day as my show.
Yeah.
I went from starting, my tickets were like $15 to $20. Like when I first, all right, it was like $20 when I started. It wasn't cheap, but people were paying $52 to see, you know, comedian Skeet Carter
headlining,
headlining the show.
I just think
1,300 seats.
It's going to be crazy. But like we had that conversation a couple months ago, right? And just for this to even happen, all of this, I'm like, I called y'all. For this to happen right now, I can't wait to see fast forward to podcast number 200 just to see where you are, who you're helping out, Mac. And I know I'll be there. I can't wait. November 23rd,
yes,
2019 is going to be an amazing day, not only just for Philly, but just to see your career. And you're one of these dudes like off stage, on stage is great. Like sometimes people's personality is bigger than their actual talent.
No question.
Oh, dog, you got the full package, man. So I'm just excited that.
Are you a prayer warrior?
Oh, yes.
Okay, so and see, he actually informed me about you inspiring him to want to do it because again, traditionally there's a formula for life, right? And the way it's box office comedian is television, movie, then box office, right?
Yeah.
Kev, of course, did it different, right? He didn't do it the traditional way. He did it internet comedy special with Shaq All-Stars.
Yeah.
And then it went TV. Well, not even TV. He did film.
Yeah.
So he went the reverse way. So he actually went internet, Shaq All-Star, touring, and then went on to film, right? So when Skeet came to me and said that, I was like, all right, Skeet. And again, I had to like kind of reprogram my thinking because I'm so used to ritual, order, traditional formula. Don't abandon the formula.
Yeah.
Right. And I just thought about it. I was like, I really believe in this guy. Right. So let me remove what I think and support him. Right. So this ain't the traditional way of doing it. So people, because everybody says, is it on me Netflix? What we're doing is we're cataloging it. Once we shoot it, we'll cut it, and then we're going to take it out.
Got it.
So we're going the reverse way. And because, again, I'm saying from you inspiring him and telling me he should do it, and then him believing enough in himself, like, why wouldn't I want to bank on him? If I'm saying I'm rocking with him.
Yeah.
Because the moment of truth got met.
Right.
Because there's a financial requirement that got to come with that.
Yeah.
But it ain't about money for me. Yes, I'm saying. It's about, I'm in his life, yes, I'm saying, to support him in the most positive way, getting him to the ultimate plateau.
Charlie,
Right?
he called me, he used to call me, he was like, listen.
Yeah.
You ain't how many tickets?
Yes.
How many seats have you sold
to
before?
date?
I'm
To
like,
date.
I did like 400, or 350, 400. Have you ever sold 1,200 seats? I'm like, no, but I think I know that I could do it. Skeet, how many tickets have you sold? We used to go through this at least we did it for like a week. And I'm like, I want to do it.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, I got to do it. I said, all right, put it like this. This I had to ease him into. I'm like, it's my birthday month. Okay.
It's your birthday.
It's my birthday. I'm doing a show anyway. I'm not going to do a regular show. I said, I'm done with Punchline. I need to elevate and do something. I said, and Quincy said that I could do it.
How did you feel? Did you feel like I wasn't going to do it?
I don't know, but I was going to do it regardless.
Right.
And I was like, I'm going to do it. It's no way. It was every year I have a goal on what I want to do. And
you always told me that.
Every year I have accomplished my goal or surpassed it. This was the goal. Me and my road manager, Tiz, Tariq, this is what we were going to do. We had some bumps in the road dealing with other stuff, other ventures we were doing, but this was the perfect time. I was trying to figure out, how do I stop promoting my monthly show at Punchline and promote for this, this big old venue that I'm about to do. And I kept trying to figure out, all right, I'm going to give Buck Wild a monthly. I'm going to give somebody else a job. I'm going to give my shows away. And then guys said, you know what? I don't want you to have Punchline no more. So, all right, we're going to be done with Punchline. Okay, cool. I don't want to do Punchline. We done with it, this, that, and the third. So I dropped that deal, that situation, and I said, you know what? Put all focus into Temple Performing Arts Theater, 1,200 seats. Skeet, how many tickets have you sold? We gonna find out. Yeah. And, man, the journey has been dope. We didn't know how we were going to target it, how we were going to do it. We just knew we was going to go full throttle. And, me and Charlie put our heads together and was like, all right, this is what we're going to do. Yeah. And the promotion run of this thing is
unprecedented.
You gotta remember, he got a book coming out. Like, this all could be him promoting for his book. Like, honestly.
Yeah, and I got people calling me like, "Is he really that funny?" I'm like, "No, he's really that funny." And I'm talking about people that not judgmental. Right. But I keep saying that. I'm like, "Is he that funny?" I'm like, "Dog, he's that funny. Trust me."
Tell him, and we knew. Like, I used to be mad at you, right? I'm like, God, he got this TV show. I said, he putting these people on here. Man, I'm talented, right? And I kept asking him, I'm like, yo, I want to do the show. He's like, got you, just call me. And I used to see you around all the time. I used to see you. I was hosting the West Philly joint outside. I used to run up to you, Baltimore Avenue. I'm like, let's do the joint. Hey, I got you, just call me. I'm like, yo, man, Q think it's a game, right? So when I got with Punchline, I was like, y'all got a marketing budget, right? That y'all pay radio stations, y'all pay. He's like, yeah. I said, who do y'all pay, right? It was like, well, we do. We got Power 99. We got the Q show, and I said, you got the Q show? I was like, yeah. I said, put me on the Q show. I don't care about none of that stuff. Put me on the Q show, right? So they put me on there. They called up the producers and all that stuff to the TV joint.
But they don't pay us. They don't pay us to come on. I just want to let you know that
they don't pay.
They don't pay us.
Trade.
They do whatever they do. They got.
This is pretty much extending your hands.
Yeah.
They got something with.
It's
somebody getting paid.
Yeah.
Somebody might somebody get paid.
Somebody get reason.
So I didn't care about the show. I just wanted Q to read the paper and say, who's our guest today? Skeet Carter. So I came in there. He was like, "What's going on?" I said, "What's going on?"
I was like, "Yo, this dude's on." I was like, "He better be funny."
Right.
And he killed it.
How many times I've been on your show?
I can't even remember.
Listen, bro, I went like from begging to get on this show to I know I've been on the show more than
over 10 times.
You Johnny Carson the show.
Yeah,
we have a ball every time.
Oh,
every time.
You are one of the comedians that comes on, whether it's celebrity comedians or whatever comedians that I'm like, thank God he's coming out and I could just chill. And you literally, you take stuff from previous segments and then like everybody's just so happy to see you. So dope, but man. That happened because of your work. A lot of people want to say, all right, I want to get with Charlie Mack and he can skip the line for me. No, he can get you. He can get you in the deep end.
Right. I can't.
He can't swim for you.
I call it. You know how you say do it. You got to have the it so I can do.
Yes.
Okay. You don't have the it, I can't do it.
Yeah.
I'm not a magic worker.
Yes.
Okay. You got to have the thing.
Yeah.
Because the reality of it is, for what I got to offer, you can't receive it because you don't have the thing that's going to have the gravity pull to allow it to even be a part of your life.
Yeah.
That's just what it is. Period.
It got so dope that even Tom Loudon,
that's the executive producer of my TV show.
Executive producer, they have to speak with you before the show. I remember the first time I did it, I was following. All right, I'm gonna get it done. Whatever you need me to send, and I will.
Did you bring your white voice in it?
No. Okay. And the dope part about it is now, like if they call me to do the show tomorrow, they won't. Tom be like, I don't even care what you're gonna do. Like you got to send stuff in. They be like, I know you're gonna kill it. So just come through. And like I'll see you in the back. He said, "What you want to talk about?" I'm like, "I don't know. Let's just roll." And we had fun. So it's just dope. And I appreciate you for allowing me to.
All love.
They even called me when the first show went to syndication when you was different cities.
Yeah.
I got a call and it was like, "Hey Skeet, this is the first show. We're about to just want to go into all these different circuits and we want to put you on the first show." I was like, "Yo, that's dope." Like so, I appreciate all that stuff and it's helped me for. Because I believe this was a big platform. I wanted to do. I can say that I wanted, just like people wanted to do the Arsenio Hall show. I said I want to do.
This was your Arsenio Hall show. This was it. This was yours.
This was my Arsenio Hall show. So I appreciate the platform you gave me, and you got me prepared for the other shows that we're gonna do. Because we about to do Tonight shows. All
it's
that
coming.
type of stuff. And
so great segue into back what I was going to say to you about the fact that you inspired him. And you say you're a prayer warrior. So again, I'm saying with Skeet Blessings, I would be honored, and I'm sure he would be as well. That the night of the show, you come and you pray with him.
Please.
You know what I mean? Before he goes out.
Please.
And that's commemorating the actual moment. You know what I mean?
Please.
You know what I mean?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Oh, man, y'all about to make me cry. Listen. Listen,
No,
for me,
I think it's dope to see that.
I needed y'all to come and be the first guest on my podcast because I can't wait to see. This is almost like how they used to do back in the day, time capsule. This right here is we're gonna see this 5-10 years from now, 200, 300, whatever episodes from now that I've stepped out on my own and done this. And I know great things are going to happen. So thank y'all for coming, man.
Fly, pelican, fly.
Yes, we out of here, man. It's the podcast, Frequency Podcast, Quincy Harris, right here. I was about to say the radio station call letters.
Hey, man. You know,
it's Quincy Harris.
All day.
Frequency.
Frequency.
See y'all next time. Holla. Frequency.